What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I got a big story to report to you guys. Dreamers Pro, he just beat me to it, man. He just beat me to it. Shout out to the subscriber that sent this to me. And this just goes to prove more and more the things we've been saying about this guy for years. Okay, this just proves, this double downs everything we've been telling you about LeBron Ramon James for years. This is why he hates our guts, because we got this dude pat. We got this dude down pat, okay? When it comes to his despicable behind the scenes behavior. And some of this stuff, man, all it takes is just your common sense. That's what I'm talking about here. So we all know what happened during the tenure that Russell Westbrook was with the Los Angeles Lakers. Things didn't go well. Okay, obviously, things didn't go well for him. All right. We know that Russ was done wrong by the media, and we know that Clutch Sports has great influence when it comes to the media, which hence why we call it the media. And we know that as long as you're in LeBron James's good graces, for the most part, the media will leave you alone. However, if it's between you and LeBron, you're going to get the dirt. You're going to get the short end of the stick. Okay? So, according to, I'm looking at The Ringer. Okay? And according to Yaron Weitzman, Russell Westbrook reportedly grew tired of LeBron's, quote, fake behavior during their time in LA. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Quote, Russ reportedly told a teammate, quote, I hate that fake shit. I just can't do it. LeBron, according to sources, quietly pushed for a reunion with Kyrie Irving, a move that would have required trading Russell Westbrook, despite publicly denying it. You may recall that LeBron James often denied pushing to get a trade for Kyrie Irving, although it was always talked about by the media. Turns out, if this article is true, and I believe every goddamn word of it, LeBron was behind the scenes being the GM, meddling, trying to get the Lakers to trade for Kyrie Irving. LeBron often said, quote, let Russ be Russ in interviews, but as we all knew and had common sense to observe, he didn't actually support him behind the scenes. And we knew that. We knew that. Oh, he'll speak out for his bum-ass son, right? If you criticize him for being a bad basketball player, right? He'll take it as a personal affront. If Stephen A. Smith says one negative thing about his sorry-ass basketball playing son, but if you say, but if the media is criticizing Russell Westbrook 24/7, 365, playing clown music, oh, he could care less because it doesn't affect him. And that's why this guy is a scumbag, bro. All right, so anyway, this is another thing I want to talk about. In particular, during a Lakers team event where Will Smith came to speak, and you guys might remember that. You might remember this this event where Will Smith came to the facility. I think it was back in 2022, late 2022. This was after the smack heard around the world when Will was trying to sort of rebuild his image. And I think this was a little bit before or right around that movie, the time that movie Emancipation came out, right? So he came to Lakers facility, and the Lakers posted photos of his visit to the facility. But anyway, according to Weitzman, During a Lakers team event where Will Smith came to speak, LeBron and Anthony Davis suddenly walked out before he arrived. I guess they were in their feelings. As I thought about it, I guess they were in their feelings because they weren't told that Will Smith was going to arrive. So they were in their feelings and ticked off about it. Suddenly, minutes later, they returned acting overly friendly. LeBron dominating the talk, asking questions and quoting movie lines. Russell Westbrook, watching in disbelief, told a teammate afterwards, "I hate that fake shit. I just can't do it." Quote, Westbrook saw multiple examples of LeBron misrepresenting himself, like claiming The Godfather was his favorite movie but not knowing a single line, carrying the autobiography of Malcolm X to interviews without being able to discuss it, and even saying that he predicted Kobe's 81-point game the day before. I remember all these things fresh in my mind. That was the True Raw Media day before YouTube took that channel down, right? We all know this. We all know that he is a liar. We all know that he says things that aren't true. We know that you can't trust anything out of LeBron James's mouth. We know this. So I'm not even surprised by any of this stuff. Only thing I see from all this is further confirmation of all the things that me and Dreamers Pro and Ticket TV and James, aka Nola Boy, and Franchise Sports TV, Franchise Sports, and who else? Apex Jones on Twitter /X, and all of us. We've all been saying this. 70 Sports TV, we've all been saying this dude is phony. He's a fraud. Angry Hoops, Sports and Fitness Rants, we've all been saying this. So I'm glad that somebody that's an actual writer is confirming this stuff. But it's nothing new here. We know who set Russell Westbrook up, man. We know all of that stuff. But I'm glad that this also confirms the other aspect of this guy's personality and Anthony Davis. They're both phony. They both recruited Russ. They both recruited him. And then when things weren't working out, you know what I'm saying? They snaked this guy. I remember there was a game, I think it was a game against the Bucks, and the Bucks beat the Lakers. And Russell Westbrook came to the sideline and tried to console his teammates. And you could see AD and LeBron not give Russ eye contact. You could see them trying to shrink away from him. Like, it's almost like they're trying to signal to the media, signal to people that Russ is the problem. He does that. He did it with Darvin Ham. Why? Because Darvin Ham wanted to actually win and not play his sorry ass son. Right? So what did LeBron start doing? Grabbing the goddamn, what do you call it? The notebook or whatever you call it. And acting like he's the head coach, trying to supersede the head coach, supersede his authority, talking trash to Darvin Ham. Sometimes not even talking to him, rolling his eyes when Darvin Ham designing the play. You know, that led to other teammates starting to do the same thing, disrespecting the head coach, right? And then, of course, when he signaled that, Lord have mercy, his fans went absolute ham, even using racial epithets against Darvin Ham, and these were other black people doing it. So yeah, this guy is the most toxic individual I've ever seen in sports history. Maybe the most toxic individual I've ever seen in a notable person in history. So yeah, I'm glad all this stuff is coming out because it confirms each and every damn thing we've been saying for years. The Lakers, I'm at the point now, man, I think the Lakers need to trade this dude. They need to force his hand and make him leave, man. I don't think he deserves a farewell tour from anybody. The Lakers need to trade him to some team, right? I guess he wants to go to Dallas, maybe. Trade him to Dallas. Let him blow that team up with his toxicity. And then the league should just blackball this dude. Blackball him. Deny him that one thing he wants, which is that sunset, that riding off at the sunset 1 year with the farewell tour. Deny him that crap. That's his punishment. If you won't punish him for being an alleged steroid user, then punish him in another way. Deny him the opportunity to ride off into the sunset. Let him go out the same way that other people did who that league thought was bad or poison to their product. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.